It's an unmasked, unedited, unwatchable video on the doom and gloom of a new year for autistic people. So I guess we get started then. Welcome, my stars of Orion. I'm Orion Kelly, that autistic guy. I'm all about providing validation and support for autistic people and their loved ones. Now, it doesn't really matter when you watch this. You could watch this at the start of a year, end of a year, middle of a year, in 50 years. What I want to talk about is this sense of doom and gloom, or this sense of sadness, even depression. This sense of emptiness, darkness, loss, heaviness. How many more words I can come up with? This sense of whatever it works for you, whatever word works for you, that we as autistic people feel not only at the end of the year going through all the holiday blah blah, the gatherings and the catch-ups, and I've done a video on the Christmas stuff, but also, in my opinion, even worse, the first month of the year, the first few weeks of the year. I'm trying to work out if it's just me or if other autistic people, other autistic adults can relate to this feeling that the new year starts so differently for autistic people than it does for neurotypical people. It's like a neurotypical person can do Christmas and, the New Year's Eve crap and all that stuff, and then suddenly wake up at the start of January and go, oh, let's do it again. Everything's new. We're all good. How good's this? Here we go again. Excited and energized. What do you mean you're excited and energized? You mean because you turned the calendar? Because the calendar changed? Because the year changed? You're excited and energized? What are you talking about? Did you not just go through what I went through in December? It's not something I can relate to. And from my point of view, I really struggle starting a year. It's kind of like, those really big freighter ships, the big ships out at sea that, take all the freight and stuff. They don't just start real fast. They don't even just start. They take time to get going, slowly, slowly, slowly. And then they start to gather pace and then they get up to their peak speed, and then they're really moving, they're really going, bang, 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 bang. Right, okay, but you can't stop them. You got to stop them slowly. Okay, well, for an autistic person, the year is like I'm a freighter ship. I slowly, from nothing, try to get going. And it takes forever. And then I finally get going and I get into a rhythm and I get up to the peak speed and bang, da bang, da bang, da bang. And then you get to Christmas or December and then you just out of nowhere go, stop. What do you mean stop? I just got going. It took me ages. Stop. I'm not stopping. I can't stop. For starters, I can't stop. And secondly, why? Why am I stopping? Oh, well, it's December. Okay, great. And that's it. That's it? Yeah, it's December. You got to stop. Oh yeah, when do I get to start? Do I get to start as soon as I stop? Can I stop in December but then restart in December? No. Okay, when do I get to start? I don't know. I guess in late January. Late January? What are you talking about? Well, there's the Christmas and the New Year and people have some fun and they relax, and I'm from Australia, which is the Southern Hemisphere. People in the Northern Hemisphere may not be aware. I know a lot aren't. Did you know we have two poles? Did you know we have two hemispheres? What? It'd be pretty useful to know that if we're a globe, right, there's a North Pole and a South Pole. Yeah, hello. Hi, magnetic field. Hello, can you hear me now? Anyway, in the Southern Hemisphere, December and January is summer, which means school doesn't even go back until the end of January. Some schools don't go back till the start of Feb. So I'm a freighter ship Oh, and they finish in December for summer. I'm a freighter ship that can start to get going in late January, early Feb. Takes till mid-year pretty much to get going. And then I must stop immediately at December because as an autistic mind, I'm not going to stop till I have to stop. I'm not going to slowly stop. I want to pump, go, do my thing right through October, November. What do you mean December? I've got to stop again in December, right? Okay. And then by the time you get going, you're told to stop again. Now, this is another thing that really I find frustrating. So you're saying I've got to do this every year. Neurotypicals go, Orion, don't be a moron. Obviously. Hang on a second. Let's break this down, my friends. So I'm the big freighter ship. I've got to stop in December, can't restart till late January, early Feb. Okay. But that's every year. So you're telling me because that's what you say, I've got to stop for 2 months in effect. Pretty much, that's right. Why? Because that's what you do. What do you mean do? It's the festive season. It's the time to wind down and relax and just be. I'm an autistic person. I don't just be. Right? I don't even just me. You know what I'm saying? Like, people go, this is a time to stop, do nothing, recharge, ready for the new year. Okay. That may work for neurotypical people, and it may work for autistic people. Don't work for me. As an autistic adult, if you say, Orion, I just want you to do whatever it means to recharge. So the goal is we're all going to recharge over Christmas and be fresh for January. Yeah, that's the goal. Okay, cool. So I can continue what I'm doing. I don't have to stop the freight ship. I continue to, spend all my time on my passions and special interests. I can continue to, walk a safe tightrope of life with your help. I can just be me as always, and I'll be recharged and regulated and happy. No. What do you mean, no, neurotypical person? You just said the goal is to recharge and be good. Okay, yeah, that's how I do it. No. That's not how we do it. No. So you're missing the point. You're saying you're going to recharge and feel energized by doing what you always do. But you can't do that in December and January. In December and January, you got to do nothing. Why? Because we are. What do you mean? Well, I'm on annual leave from my work job and I've got nothing to do. What do you mean you got nothing to do? What do you mean got nothing to do? Oh, I want to do nothing. Oh, do you? Okay, I don't. See, autistic people don't work like that. Let me rephrase. Me, as an autistic person, I don't work like that. Can you relate? Maybe you can't. If you can, let me know. You can put it in the comments, whatever. I don't care. You yell out your window like yo Adrian, like whatever works is what I'm saying. So this is the part that really stresses me out. I think that's one of the main reasons why you can feel so dark and down and sad and potentially depressed and so broken and just agitated and frustrated. And people may say to you through December and January, I can't believe how much of a different person you are in this period. Like you're such a tricky or a horrible person to be around during this time of year. And it's like, how could you possibly say the answer to your question yet not want to use the answer to solve the problem? What do you think? Hello? Seriously? Like, okay, cool. So you are going to make me stop. I can't do my passions and special interests. I can't stay in my safe environment. You are going to force me into gatherings, repeated gatherings, 2, 3, 4 in the space of a week or two. Repeated gatherings with people that are coming into my space or me going there, whatever, right? Being forced to eat foods because that's what you eat, right? Being forced to not do anything because, well, I have to. I've got no job to go to at the moment. I've got to do nothing. And you have to too. Or, well, these people are home. They're home. These are I'm pretty sure these are the things that cause me to be legitimately down, dark, sad, depressed. And it's not once. This happens every year. I can look back now and see. This happens every year. And why? Why? because we're autistic people. We can't just stop and start. And also, in stopping, what we do as autistic people, as our routine-based way of navigating a neurotypical world, of trying to stay regulated in a world that seeks to dysregulate us. In doing that, we are told, stop doing that, because it's the time of year we've got to stop doing it, and you'll be fine. And then getting angry at us for not being fine, right? And then saying, and then telling us when we can do it again. Right? You can't tell an autistic person when they can do what they need to do to navigate life and when they have to stop it and start it again. That's not how it works. Right? So you wouldn't tell someone who uses a wheelchair, we know you use a wheelchair, we know you need a wheelchair, but through December and January, we're going to need you to walk or at least drag yourself. No chair. Yeah? And then at the end of January, we'll let you know when you can use your chair again. So you want me to drag myself around in effect? Because what? Well, we all have to pretend to be neurotypical this time of year. Well, you can't be disabled or neurodivergent during this kind of like, festive, holiday, end of year, new year kind of period. You just got to be normal. Because if one thing we don't like people who want to change it. It's like, but you're saying you don't like me changing what happens at Christmas and New Year, but that's forcing me to change a routine that helps me be regulated and be a good person, not a person you say is bad to be around this time of year. You see what I mean here? How stupid this is? So, again, it's an unwatchable, unedited, unmasked video. There's no real direction or point or there's no script, but I still think it's valuable and insightful. And it's a great opportunity to hear from you. I'd love to hear from you, like what you think about this, how you navigate this. Is this validating you? Can you validate me? Is this supporting you? Can you support me? In the comments and those kind of things. Because honestly, one of the worst parts of the mental health issue here is that and I know that not only am I personally in it right now, but I'll be in it again at the end of the year. And I'll be in it again at the end of next year. And it never ends, right? And in addition to that, this is the other thing. Neurotypical people look at each year as like, I was born again. Like, it's literally, when you take the hat off Frosty the Snowman, you put his hat back on and he's born again, he goes, happy birthday. I don't know if that's a thing. Maybe it's just me. It's the same. Neurotypical people are like Frosty the Snowman. They take their hat off on New Year's Eve, they put it back on New Year's Day, and they're like, oh, happy birthday. What's this world we live in? For autistic people, it's like, okay, every little thing that is going to make my life significantly harder, because I've got to do it in a neurotypical way, or I've simply got to be forced to do it. Everyone's birthdays, again. All the public holidays, again. All the major events. Easter. What else? Is that it? Easter. School holidays. And stuff. Christmas. Like, do you know what I mean? Again. So, hang on. I get that this is every year. But you realize that going through this, I've just gone through this, and I'm so broken that all I'm really doing is spending the next 10, 11 months trying to unbreak myself to be rebroken. I'm in effect putting something back together to be further shattered every year. And you tell me how that wouldn't impact an autistic person's mental health. It doesn't make any sense. And it's no different, by the way. I'm talking on behalf of like myself as an adult. It's no different for kids. Sure, autistic kids like to eat junk food and yummy Christmas snacks if they do, maybe they don't, and presents, yeah? But you still, trust me, they are just as broken. And you can tell by their behavior, by their dysregulation. And they need what they need. And a lot of times, even they're starved of that. Alone time, time for passions and interests, routine. Yes, things that happen every day still have a chance to happen, even though there'll be gatherings or this or that. Oh, everything's about building around the autistic person, Orion. Oh, we've got to give up so much. Shut up. Are you serious? Are you serious? Because last time I checked, the autistic adult in your life was going through all this for you. You think I'm doing this for me? Right? We're going through this every time for you. And guess what? Clock starts again. Let's do it again, guys. And let's take that again. One more take. Well, actually, no, not one more take. Let's do infinite takes until you die. Seriously. Maybe it's just me, but I get so sad. I get so down and dark and broken and just lost and what other words would describe it? And just so disorientated and just yuck after that kind of Christmas and New Year period. And my brain goes, Orion, that's 2 months. That's in effect 2 months, because holidays start early December, they go back late January. You're effectively giving up 2 months a year where you don't get to do your regular routine and the regular things that keep you regulated and somehow a quality of life in life. Okay, cool. So 2 months a year, that takes 6 years, and I'm in 6 years. Every 6 years, I waste a year. Is that right? Every 6 years, I've thrown away a year. That's just to be in it. Then you got to talk about the dysregulated months, right? To recover. So in effect, every half a decade, I'm giving up a year. A year. And this is coming from an autistic brain that thinks, plus, chances are I may live less than my neurotypical peers. And even if I live long, I'll probably have some sort of cognitive decline. So I won't even know I'm around. But still, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and give away 1 year every half a decade. I'm going to go ahead and give away 2 years of my life every decade. Sounds fun? Sounds fun to me. You see what I mean? Oh, bloody hell. Seriously. So stupid. Yeah. Agitated, frustrated, stressed out, down, whatever. That's the description. I don't know if it's just me or some of you experience too as an autistic adult, as an autistic person. I know, Northern Hemisphere is different with regards to, December, January kind of way it's broken up, but it's still a big chunk. And the world tells you this is when you stop. Why? To feel better. Autistic people don't stop to feel better, right? We stop being in the world to feel better. We escape to our world, but we don't stop. So yeah, we still want to work. Yeah, we still want to do our passions and interests. We still want to do our routine. We still want to go to the places we go if that's part of our routine, do the things we do if that's part of our routine. We don't want to stop. Stopping doesn't equal happiness and recovery and, recharging. It doesn't for autistic people. Can we just get that clear? Hello? Can you hear me now? I feel like I'm Back to the Future or something. But seriously, is that fair enough to say? Do you agree as an autistic person? Can you accept that and hear that as a neurotypical person? Either way, I'm struggling here, man. I'm struggling. I'm struggling to get that freight ship going again, that freighter going again. I'm struggling mentally and physically. I want to do what I want to do, but I'm so pushed down from not being able to do it or going through the experiences that it's hard to get going. And I want to work and make content and do things, but it's just, yeah. Anyway, If it's just me, I apologize. If it's not me, I'd love to hear your thoughts and feelings and experiences. And yeah. But nevertheless, it's a new year now, so you can start again. Go, start. Get stuffed.